Hello, it's Monday. It's time for our real magic reading. We're here without Alexander because he's on a arty vacation doing something arty. So it's just us,
Oh, nice.
the producers.
Yes, it's a magical Monday.
It's
And you
true.
know one reason why it's so magical, Andy?
Why?
Because I got this in the
Oh
mail.
my God, it's so cute. Let's see it. It's black and white, which is definitely my
It's
style.
got,
It's it's got
I
some
don't want
cute things
to
on
give
it.
all our addresses on the internet,
Yeah, that's true.
but I did anyway.
You might get some fans coming over.
I'll get some fan mail.
Yeah.
Uh, they'll be sending themselves in the mail over to me.
Then
Um,
someone might send you a fan.
It's super cute with the little things that you have. Wait, where are they? Little ice cream cones and candies.
That's a good looking package.
It is. I wonder what's in it. I know what it's in it, so I don't really wonder, but I'm gonna open
You
it
don't know
right.
what's in it.
Well, I know what you showed me some what you were making, so I know that part piece of something that's in it.
That
And
cost a lot to send because it was heavy.
oh yeah. Yeah, thank you for sending it. And
It
yeah,
didn't cost a lot to make though. And it's priceless. So
it is. Wait, is there something behind the oh, what is this? I guess I didn't know that. Whoa. Oh,
it got all
nice.
messed up. It got kind of bled because but it's kind of messed up. So but it's okay.
Oh, all right. It says Aries, Pisces, Cancer,
Yeah.
Jay-Z.
It's your
Nice.
manifestation pen.
So I can, yeah, write in my journal with it. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. Look, this is my current thing that has all
Oh,
my
nice.
thoughts and um actually right now I'm also keeping track of everything I eat. So there are pages of that too.
Interesting.
Yeah. Like how many ounces of collard greens, zucchini, carrot, black beans, corns, and sauerkraut I ate.
Wow.
Like that.
Wow, yeah, that pen writes really nice.
Oh, right on.
And I can
Although,
send you refills if you run out.
okay, excellent. All right, so I'm excited about the pen. All
See,
right,
I got
now,
refills right here.
oh, sweet. Nice. Um, what's this?
Oh, that's the shirt that I cut this circus security shirt off of. Or Pat.
Oh, that's funny. This is the other part of the shirt that you're
Yeah,
wearing.
yeah, totally.
Yeah, it's got well, I mean, I guess I could wear it and then it would be a frontless shirt. I could
Yeah,
wear it in my hair. Should I do that?
put it on right now.
Yeah, all right, I will. All right.
Whoa, yeah, take it off. Inch,
All
inch,
right.
inch, mm.
Here we go.
Whoa, you're looking good.
Well, this is you cut all this stuff off of the shirt.
Oh my God.
This is the gay pride edition
Oh my God.
of the shirt whose front you cut off. Oh
You
my
look
God,
good
what
with
do you
your
think,
shirt off.
Andy?
Dang, look at you.
Yeah?
Yeah. My God, you're a man.
Oh yeah, I am. All right, what is this? Is this something else I should be wearing?
Yeah, I don't know. Put that on. It's a cape,
This is like a skirt to wear.
I guess.
All right, wait, hold on. I'm gonna put on this skirt as
Mm,
well.
mm, 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 mm.
And um, all right. Well, guess I have to
Dang.
stand on my chair. What do you, what do you think? This is
Dude,
my
you got mad mojo in this episode.
this is my new look, Andy. What do you think? Give me a hug.
Oh my God, I would hug that shit. You're
Oh
gonna
my
get a
God.
boyfriend pretty quick here.
Look at this skirt though that you've got me wearing. Along with my all right.
Yeah,
Wow,
that's
this is
crazy.
quite the episode. All right.
Are you having an episode?
I guess so. Wait, I got my glasses. I gotta put them back on so I can see. All right, well, what are we doing now, Andy? Are we talking about books or something?
Show me what else you got.
Oh, all right. Let's see what else is in here. Oh, yeah, and then here is we're getting to the real meat of the project.
Oh my God, that was so entertaining.
This is amazing, Andy.
Dude, it's the white fish is because you have a Cancer moon, and the red fish is because you're an Aries rising, and then the fishes are for the Pisces sun.
Yeah, that is so awesome.
Isn't that cool? And if you look at it, I used book pages for the white quilling
Yeah,
because
that's
we read so many
interesting.
books together. See those?
Oh, nice. Tell me what, oh, and then this is like some newsprint or some book pages
That
and
was
then
just some
paint it
paper
over.
my daughter had. Like I was trying to figure out what to put the fish on. And I found that frame at Goodwill. Obviously, you'll see because you go to the thrift store all the time.
Oh yeah, yeah.
For 2.99, I found that frame. And
Nice. I appreciate a
the
thrift.
fish exactly fit it. And my daughter had several papers, and I just picked out that paper.
Oh yeah, it's amazing. This is so artistic and cool looking. I think I'm gonna hang it over the fireplace at the mantle. Over.
It turned out so good. You should have seen it when I made the quilling. It was like there was all these lines because it's like a pattern, and it was the first thing I ever quilled. But like I quilled over the line, but you could see all the lines through it. And I was like, well, that's ugly. So then I painted it to see if I could paint it, and then of course that got paint on all the black things. So then I had to paint the black things. But it was a process. But you'll see some paint like I always leave some imperfections so you remember that I made it and it wasn't like a machine. So you'll see around the eyes there's some paint, but you can't see it when you look head on, so you can't really see the imperfections, but they're in there.
Oh, that is cool. Yeah, so tell me, what is quilling? What does that even mean?
It's like where you take paper and like you'll see in the circles, like I put it in a thing and rolled it up. So it's like you roll up the paper and then you like glue it down. It's like paper
Mhm.
crafting, but and then in order to make like the lines of the fish, like I had long quilling strips and I would glue them together and then glue them together again so they'd be kind of sturdy and then I would glue them down. And so it was my first time quilling ever, but I think it looks really nice.
So these long curvy things are just paper on the side, like little strips of them, but then glued to be thick.
Yeah, totally.
That's so awesome. Well, how did you know to like make these things, these curvy things or whatever?
So it was
Were you
like the
doing a
fish's
pattern or
fins were
something?
just drawn there, and so I tried to use the paper to kind of mimic the kind of texture and pattern of it, you know, and so it doesn't line up exactly with the lines, but it's just kind of like mimicking the kind of texture.
Yeah, cool.
But like, you know, it was interesting to try to use this medium because I'll show you quilling. Sometimes quilling, you know that do you know what tryptophobia is?
No, mm-mm.
It's the fear of seeing tiny little holes. It's like when you see tiny little holes, it's disgusting. You do not Google tryptophobia because you'll see tryptophobia trigger pictures and they're disgusting.
Okay.
But one of the things with quilling is if it's not done very well, it triggers tryptophobia because it's just all these little like circle like so I had to like there's a little bit of tryptophobia triggering going on and I had to cut out those parts and I'm trying to find a picture that kind of triggers tryptophobia for me. Okay, here's one that I don't super love. Okay, I don't super love what this looks like.
Oh, okay, I see. Because they're like
You
circly,
see how
cute
it's kind of
circles.
gross? Is that just me or is it kind of gross?
It might be you, but I do also remember when we first met, you were like, you had a skin phobia.
Yeah, I got a lot of weird things, but like some quilling is just gross. Okay, like does this gross you out?
No, what is it? It's weird. I
It's a
mean,
dress, but
oh,
yeah,
it is.
some of them really trigger tryptophobia in me, and so I had to like really use the medium in a way that where it looked nice to me and not gross. Okay,
Yeah.
it's not
Uh,
that easy. Okay, here, is this appealing or appalling?
oh, yeah, that one's not that great.
Yeah, so that's the thing with quilling is like sometimes it just looks ew like to me, but then I think
Mhm.
the fish turned out really arty.
Yeah, no, I love the fish. They look amazing and yeah, they're very flowy and organically feeling.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so. It's funny because I make a lot of craft things, but there's always a question of like what is art and what is craft. And I feel like quilling is a craft, but that piece came out looking
Oh
like
no,
art
that
to me.
this piece is art. This piece is for sure art.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Wait.
It just
Yeah,
feels really arty, you know?
yeah, yeah,
And it's built to your chart, so that's kind of special.
yeah, that is amazing.
So,
I love it. Thank you, Andy.
well, thank you for all your work you do at the Moira Press and at the Course in Miracles and on this show and just being my friend.
Oh, yeah, right on.
Yeah. Okay. You want to talk about the book?
All right, yeah, let's talk about the book.
You put your shirt
I,
on.
I got it's a little chilly in here to just be wearing that half of the shirt that you're wearing. I think it's really weird that we're each wearing half of the same shirt, like but front to back. Like that's weird.
Totally. All right. Okay. So we're on the 14 keys to living a miracle mindset or 14 keys to creating a miracle mindset. And we're on number 12, which is ask nothing of anyone and practice unconditional acceptance. So ask nothing of anyone.
That's a little extreme. Like could it be expect nothing of anyone, but you can ask anyway? I mean, because it's fun to do things together, and people like feeling needed and like part of a collaboration. So if I didn't ask you to do anything and you didn't ask me to do anything, then we wouldn't be such good friends.
Totally, totally. Well, let's see what he says. He says, all your demands of others create an environment where miracles are impossible to manifest. The place you're attempting to reach within your mind is one of complete unconditional acceptance of others. That is, you must be empty of judgment and demand in order to experience real magic. Well, I do think there's like this demand, like demand nothing of others. I could get down. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah. Sorry, go
there you
ahead.
go.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's the difference between it's a like consent thing. It's like you're asking if somebody wants to do something with you, and then you do it together. Like that is legit, not demanding that they do something and make them do it, right? But
And I totally kind of get this, like, okay, so like I get this feeling sometimes where like if somebody quits, like if you quit on our friendship, I would be really bummed, right? But I could also get into this like acceptance state of mind of just like whatever is, and whatever Jay-Z needs to do, or like the Ricky show. I love that show, and on Wednesdays, I'm always a little bit nervous that he'll quit, and because we're just gaining momentum and stuff. And it's like I have to, that kind of does take me out of the miracle mindset of like God changes things as God will. And because I'm also reading this book about change, the principles and benefits of change, and it's like if Ricky did quit the show, that would just be a change that I have to go through. And like, so this guy basically says like in deep times of change, we see our creativity and all this stuff. So I feel like what the sentiment of what he's saying is it's like don't demand that people do things and kind of more accept in a flowing way like life on life's terms.
Oh, yeah, yeah, I see. Demanding doesn't allow for the flow of change.
Well,
Yeah.
can we think of an example when we would demand something of somebody? Like, do you ever demand that your kid call you?
No.
Yeah, me neither. Um, yeah, it's like if like you tell someone you demand somebody to say sorry, like say you're sorry.
Oh, yeah. Oh my God, that's awful. Like parents who do that to kids who are like, say you're sorry. It's like that's not really teaching them anything.
Well, that's not a real apology. If you demand it of the
Yeah.
person can't organically do it themselves.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a weird one. Yeah. Demanding. I'm trying to think of like when do you demand something? Come over my house.
He says, asking nothing of anyone gives you a true sense
27.
of freedom. Whenever you are about to be upset or angry at someone, stop yourself with the statement, they owe me nothing. I expect nothing of them. I'll just accept them where they're at right now.
Yeah, so some of these books also like assume that, every day you're upset or angry at someone. I don't know that I generally feel that way very often.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I think you and I are cyclically upset on transits. Like I mean, a transit. I mean, you don't have a really upsetted chart. Like your chart does not. It's not very upsetting.
Yeah.
But like,
I'm not mad, I'm disappointed.
okay. Well, actually, I've been dealing with this one because okay, when I quit drinking and smoking and everything like that almost 2 years ago, they always
Mhm.
say that the antithesis of addiction is connection. So I went full on into connections and like tried to connect with all these people and what I kind of learned is that that's kind of a dangerous way to go because people can be kind of toxic. You know what I mean? Some people or some
Mhm.
connections or demanding things from other can be kind of toxic. So my new thing I was writing in my journal recently was okay, so I have my like Shane and my daughter, like they're my people, they're
Mhm.
not going anywhere. And then under that I put art and then under that, I put my friends because it's like art never demands anything back from me. But like making that quilling for you, like made my heart sing. Because I wasn't demanding anything from the quilling, but it's always there for me. And it's just so beautiful. And like, so it's like I'm kind of with him on like, if you attach to art, for example, instead of people, you'll be much more peaceful and magical than if you're expecting people to like fulfill your every wish.
Oh, interesting. Is that why people put God in there? You know, like those people who are like, Jesus is your best friend, or like, Jesus is my best friend because he's always there for me. You
Mm.
know, I think maybe that's also what they're trying to do is put something else in there, like you put art, that's not other people, so you don't have to rely on them and their behavior, and you can kind of be at least a little bit detached, and you don't need to demand things from them because you're like, Jesus is my solid thing. You don't have to be. What do you think about that?
Absolutely. Like in this change book, or in the chapter I was reading today, he was saying change happens all the time, but the one constant is God and God's principles, right? And so it's like God is the constant. Like you can always call on God in your mind, like, God, what is your will for this? God, hello, where are you? God, like you can always talk to God, but like you might be, things might be changing around you, but like Ricky drops me on Wednesdays. I can still talk to God in my journal. I still can do that. So God is a constant as well. If so yeah, I think it's like rely on demand things of constants, but not of people because they're not constant.
Yeah, don't expect people to be constant, or don't expect actually our environments to be constant even. Hmm.
Yeah. So what about the part practice unconditional acceptance?
Well, that's the one that I have a little trouble with because then there's that whole spiritual bypass thing, right? Like I think that that one's tricky because you have to at the same time be accepting of people and that they are how they are and who they are and they're gonna do what they do. But then also that doesn't mean you have to tolerate it. It doesn't mean you have to s stick around for being abused if someone's abusing you, you know?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like yeah, I'm not so into the turn the other cheek thing. I'm like, yeah, turn the other cheek and leave. Like
Yeah, yeah, totally bound. What about boundaries and acceptance? Like, because when we attach to art or God instead of people, we take away our needing from them, and then we can accept them because of that. You know, it's like when you got your thing in here, you can accept what's going on out here. But if the person's like all up in you, like you can't accept them as easily.
yeah. So maybe it's acceptance plus boundaries. Just like we were like fences plus forgiveness.
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. Like we came in our Course in Miracles group, we came to the a conclusion that if you set a if you set a boundary and then forgive somebody, then you can really bask in serenity because like you know that they're not going to do the offense again, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, right on.
Um, okay, so give yourself a day to ask nothing of anyone. For your spouse, your children, your coworkers, everyone you encounter today, decide to give instead of taking from them. What a pleasant surprise awaits you as you simply extend yourself to others and expect nothing in return. As you will see, the less you expect from others and the less demanding you are that serve you, the more will come your way. Dude, I actually learned this lesson like a while ago. You know how I send out so much stuff in the mail?
Hmm.
I just sent out like 100 like or maybe 50 Pride Month cards, you know, because you were saying like we should celebrate Pride Month at Moira Press. And I was like, absolutely. So I sent all these cards and stickers out and stuff, and it's like I keep getting these text messages from people who received the cards, you know. And instead
Hmm.
of demanding things from people and be like, you should text me more often, it's like I give to them just of my own self, and then I end up getting back communication in return. So and we were talking in Tuesday class, you weren't there last week, but we were talking about Jupiter and how in some tribes, like the people who give the most are the most like cherished elders. And it's like giving of yourself or your stuff is the way towards magic. Like I think it's just like I instead of hoarding your stuff, like give it away, give it away, give it away, you know, and then love will come back to you as opposed to like demanding love. Just like start the flow, like pass the flow of love over, and then it will come back to you.
Yeah, right on. That makes sense.
But I'm totally with you on the if you never ask your friend to do anything, then nothing ever happens. So I don't want people to mistake this one as like don't ask anyone to do anything. It's just more like don't. I guess demand is different than it. Just
Yeah, I guess maybe it's like invite people to do things and then they can choose to do them or not, right? So don't demand that they do things, but invite them to be part of your like community, part of the things that you do, part of, like your adventures and see if they want to come along.
well, and I want to extend this to astrology where it's like if we look at a chart, let's say a person's not doing what we want them to do, we can look at their chart and say what would their chart want to do, which is usually what they're doing, and then accept them for who they are as opposed to demanding them to be different. We
Hmm.
can look at their chart and accept what it is and then enjoy it for what it is.
Yeah, right on. Nice.
True to 13,
All right, yeah, let's do 13.
you read it. I demand that you read it.
Don't tell me what to do.
Take your shirt off again.
Do you demand it?
I do. It's not my day to demand nothing.
Begin to develop authentic power for yourself. As you proceed in developing your miracle mindset, think about what it is that will make you an authentically powerful human being. This concept of personal power is often tossed around without stopping to consider what it takes to be personally powerful.
Interesting. Hold on 1 second. I gotta get something.
All right, well, keep going. By authentically powerful, I do not mean the ability to dominate or control others.
I got my book, The 48 Laws of Power.
Oh, nice.
If
Okay.
if Alexander was here, he'd be so annoyed at me for having this book. He really detests power, but like I'm super into being powerful.
Well, I think he must detest a certain kind of power, like, and th that's the power that this guy's talking about now. He's saying to be authentically powerful, your power must not reside in how others react to you, nor exclusively in your physical strength or appearance, right?
Hmm.
It's uh not aligned with like your physical self or like the way that you control other people.
Yeah, and I like that he like teaches you to be a good person in all these ways and then says take on power. I mean, people who take on power for nefarious purposes or nefarious reasons are not it's not a real magic kind of thing. But if you're really magical and then you take on power, like now we're cooking with fire.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
what kind of power is he talking about for authentic power?
Well, he says you become realigned, you will follow your inner signals effortlessly. Enlightenment, let's see. So authentic power, the ability to create what seems impossible and totally aligned with your five senses is accomplished step by magic step. Yeah, so I feel like it's like in our manifestation studies, it's like power is like saying, I'm gonna manifest something and then actually making that happen, and like that's like having power, you know.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah, like what he's saying, it's knowing that you can create whatever you need to and without resorting to manipulating or harming another.
Interesting. Yeah, like
Yeah.
when I was gonna take up quilling, I wasn't like, oh, I don't know how to do this quilling thing. I was like, I'm gonna figure out quilling. And it's like, see how that's like a powerful response to quilling as opposed to like a milquetoast like spine that's like, I don't know how to quill. I wish I knew how to quill. But
Hmm.
you're like, I'm gonna learn quilling. Like that's a powerful response to the world.
Yeah, I see.
It makes me think of this video I was watching the other day. It was like how God wants you to be or something like that. But it was talking about how like basically God wouldn't have created us to have all these impetuses to talk and speak our mind and all this stuff if we weren't supposed to speak our mind. You know how like a lot of people are like, calm down, you need to calm down. Well, these like preachers like really encourage you to take on your power and be like, God created you with that voice and you feel like saying something, so say it, you know?
Hmm.
One of my favorite preachers, Richie the Barber, he's always like, I'm going to talk about Jesus right now. And if you don't like it, you can scroll on past because I'm going to talk about Jesus. He's like, come on now. But he's like, he's full of power, of like, just like authentically wants to speak his voice. And he's not like excusing himself. And he's like covered in facial tattoos. And he's just like, he's a tattooed clown. But he's like full of power
Hmm. Yeah,
in the best
nice.
sense of the word.
Nice. Right on. Yeah, I feel like I can create the things that I want and need uh certainly without like hurting other people or manipulating them.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I one of the things I wanted to do was to create a like I didn't have any and I didn't know anybody in this town that I'm in now and like have friends, and so that was in my manifestation journal, is to like create a group of friends or a circle of friends or a crew, and that has been empowering, I think, for all of us.
Yeah, totally. But yeah, you're one of the more powerful people I know. I mean, yeah, I mean, I like friends who say the thing they're gonna do and then do the thing.
Hmm.
Like there's a certain kind of like the will chakra is strong enough or something.
Yeah, right on.
So he says, detach yourself for a brief period of time from the behavior of controlling others through your size, authority, position, physical prowess, or physical appearance, age, or wealth, or anything external to yourself. Imagine yourself as just a soul interacting with other souls. Truly treat others as if the fullness of God resided within them. Imagine that all manner of physical world attributes are non-existence. See how much authentic power you truly possess. Well, that'll be easy. I feel like neither you nor I try to dominate people.
You think?
I don't think we do. I mean, I guess as a leader, I finesse people into being their better self, but I'm not like trying to control or diminutize them.
Yeah, I guess that's a matter of perspective, right? Because we are trying to influence and manipulate people in
Are we?
some, well, not manipulate, but influence maybe.
Are we influences?
Yeah, because we're influencers. Because I'm just trying to think this through, like uh if we see a vision of how something can be better, then we try to make it better in that way. Although I guess I'd have to say that both you and I are always open to feedback from everybody around us of like, is this working? Is that not working? Is this like a good idea? Is this awesome or awful? Is this like, whatever we say.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I've been called manipulative before because I do harness a lot of power. I'm a Scorpio-ish chart. I have three planets in Scorpio, and Scorpio is my chart ruler because I'm a Gemini rising with Mercury in Scorpio. And like, I mean, and I've said ultimately many times, I said I aim to be influential, not manipulative. Because like manipulative would be like I'm able to influence others and now I'm going to make them do things I want them to do. But like really, I'm like trying to make people do what's in the greatest good of all concerned. I was like, I'm not really, I don't know. But I do have a powerful chart, and so I have to be careful how I wield my powerful chart, you know?
Yeah. Interesting. Hmm.
It's so funny. My mom told me that the other day that people have said that she's manipulative because she can get people to do what they want. And I was like, yeah, well, if you're trying to manipulate me, I'd just be immune to manipulation, and also I manipulate you back. Like it's just like I'm not afraid of manipulative people. People are like so afraid of it. I'm like, why? Don't be manipulated. Don't be easily manipulated.
Well, yeah, there's that, I guess. Hmm.
And people are like, a cult took me over. I was like, because you let them. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. Although I do think that some people are more easily influenced as well. I think I'm pretty easily influenced by things because I have an open mind about seeing all perspectives. So it's easy for me to kind of travel down somebody else's thought path of like uh, to just to go along with it to see where it's going to lead.
Well, I feel like the Pisces part of you is easily influenced, but like your Mars and Scorpio Aries rising is not. So I feel like you're not
Yeah.
like a universal sub. Like I feel like you're an intellectual dominant and an intellectual, you're like a switch. You know what I mean? You'll like listen
Yeah.
and let yourself, but then you eventually like go back to a dominance feature.
Yeah, I think I'll throw myself into giving things a good try, but then I am always retaining the kind of like, all right, I'm just witnessing this here to check it out and see. And then I do think that sometimes I surprise people by being like, you know what? Nah, I don't agree. And
Yeah.
then like without warning, maybe to them, perhaps. Maybe
Well, if
that's like,
someone hacked into your computer, what would you do? Would you fix it or just let it be hacked? Oh no.
oh, I would fix it.
Yeah, you definitely would fix that. A lot of people would be like, "Oh no," just like let it go on.
Oh God, no. Mm-mm. No.
Yeah, I think that's where like people get annoyed because it's like I'm not really into being a victim. Like people are like, and then that person abused and manipulated you. I was like, oh, and then I abused and manipulated them right back. Like I don't know. It's like don't let your. I mean, I'm not saying that I can never be victimized, but like I've handled even the most abusive of charts. But that's part of being an astrologer. It's like you take the cases that no one else can handle. You know.
Hmm. Yeah. All right.
Okay, let's look at 14. Practice daily meditation. Do you do this one?
Yeah. Hmm.
What does your meditation look like?
All right. Well, my meditation had mostly for the past couple of years been doing Kundalini yoga and meditating that kind of meditation in doing kriyas and things with some chanting and um kriyas and sitting. But my meditation lately is standing on this vibration machine. This is the vibration machine that I got. And it is amazing. And what I like to do now is here, I stand on the vibration machine and then I turn it on. And then, wait, go. All right. And then as I'm on the vibration machine, I will sometimes I'll do some yoga poses. Like I could do tree pose, or I could do stretching exercises, and I go this way, and that way I do like, half moon or whatever. But mostly I'll stand and my eyes closed and I'm have them roll back looking at my third eye point and think of this spot right here at the top of my spinal column and I feel the vibration like right there while I'm standing on the vibration machine.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's how I meditate lately. How about you?
I don't sit and do a meditation, but I would say I think I do what you call like a walking meditation where I walk and like receive messages from like the higher self or whatever kind of thing. But and I also do the morning pages, which is the artist's way thing where you write in your more 3 pages every morning where you're channeling down your, highest self. So I basically talk to my own inner mind a lot. And I know in meditation sometimes you're supposed to be quiet your mind and focus on your breathing, but I'm more of a like a thinking meditation person where I receive like messages, kind of thing. So, but I think it's just important that, I mean, he says the practice of active meditation includes presenting problems or questions for consideration. Um, he said about a current life problem, I often ask, what is the lesson here? How can I benefit from the situation? Like I always ask, God, what is your will for this situation? So that's kind of one of the questions I ask. Um, do you feel like meditation is supposed to be like quieting your mind and focusing on your breath?
It's like letting go of your thoughts. So whatever tools you use to do that, like to focus on your breath or to uh you know, look at your pineal gland from inside your mind's eye or whatever you do. It's like, or chant or listen to mantras. It's
Hmm.
all, those are all just like techniques.
So he says, I visualize what I call my circle of truth, which is my meditation technique, wherein whoever goes into the circle can speak only the truth. Um, so he's doing all kinds of things in his mind. I mean, I would say the kind of powerful thing about what he's saying is go inside your own mind daily in the quiet of the world instead of just like watching TV all day. Like go inside your own mind and quiet the mind and let it receive what it needs to, you know. All right, well, we got through all of these. Do you have any comments about those keys?
That was a lot, 14 of them.
The next part is we're going into part 2 of the book, where we're going to apply real magic awareness in everyday life.
All right, good. Starting with real magic and your relationships.
Okay, all right.
All right, cool. Can't wait to see what this does.
Yeah, totally. It's been interesting. After we get through real magic, we're going to start talking about stoicism.
Oh, yeah, we are. Okay, excellent.
All right, Jay-Z, I love you.
All right, I love you too. Hey, thanks for sending me half a shirt and a whole piece of art.
Yeah, I thought I'd do that rather than demanding things of you.
And I'll be writing in my journal with my pen.
Nice. All right. I love you.
All right. I love you.
Bye.